Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachak Wadash. The belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim, the Sadakim, that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. I'm the priest Shimon. This week's topic is going to be entitled Third Assassination Attempt on Trump. Alright, so last Saturday, Trump was holding a rally in Coachella, and they found an armed gunman with a fake VIP pass and what have you. And what they say, the media has released as a failed third assassination attempt. Okay, so I guess they're not counting the assassination attempt with the airplane. So really, there's 4 assassination attempts on Donald Trump's life. And you know, I did a lesson called Elon Musk Dropped the Bombshell. And Elon Musk was discussing that no one wants to kill Kamala Harris because nothing else will change. They're like, or Biden, they're like the perfect puppet, right? Trump also is a puppet, but he has like this 1/10 wild card factor, this off-script thing about him. But one thing Elon Musk was saying, he said the reason they don't want Donald Trump in is Donald Trump says if he gets in, he will make the Epstein list public. Elon Musk then goes on to say that there's billionaires, because it's like, why are these billionaires backing Kamala Harris so hard when she's a horrible candidate? Is that there are billionaires on that Epstein list, okay, that, you know, Trump is gonna put some hard federal cases against if he gets in. And you know anything about these elites, they can't deal with sufferings. You know, if they get sentenced to anything, they're gonna off themselves. And this makes me think about the book of Psalms, the 64th chapter, and the 8th verse. It says, surely they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So, a lot of stuff that's coming out in these end times, all right, on these elites, it's elites going after elites, all right, trying to take each other out. And how do they do that? They have leverage on each other, all right? Because to make it to the top, you have to do something nefarious, or you have to have some sick vices, something that they could use to compromise you. That way, if you go against the agenda, you know, we could bring it out. You know, and I always say I believe Trump and his side was the ones that got rid of our Governor Cuomo, by pushing out that woman that so-called molested. She's molested 30 years ago and all that. It's just they'll have these things in their back pocket. So there's other reasons, I'm pretty sure, why they want this guy out, but we've never seen that many assassination attempts on a president. You had Reagan, and you know, you had the actual assassination of JFK and Lincoln, but this many attempts, they really after this guy's life. Now the book of Isaiah 19:2 reads, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Revelation 11:8. This is a place spiritually called Egypt. America is spiritually called Egypt. So the Egyptians against the Egyptians. In Egypt, who is ruling over us? The Egyptians, okay? In spiritual Egypt, who's ruling over us? The so-called white man. So he's the modern day Egyptian, okay? It says, prophetically speaking, not by nationality. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And this is what I'm talking about, this huge divisional rift. All right? Not just at these political parties or these so-called Americans, but within the elites. All right? Game of Thrones-esque stuff going on. And I've been doing lessons like this, repeating it, pounding the drums on it, because this is what's happening. All right? I was in the gym looking at the news, and the news is saying they're going to send American troops into Israel, all right, to go against Hezbollah. Hezbollah has ties to Iran. Iran has ties to Russia. Goodness gracious, all we just need is that mandate on the RFID chip. That's really it, man. Okay? 2025 is going to be a very, very interesting year, okay? Because like I said, the outcome of this election is going to put a huge divisional rift in America. Verse 3 reads, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to wizards. The Most High is going to destroy Egypt, okay, from within. Just like ancient Rome, where they was assassinating each other. That's really every empire, you know. That's every empire before it falls. There's divisional infightings, whether it's the Persians, Assyrians, assassinating one another. And now, fast forward, ain't shit changed. Same spirits coming back doing the same fucking thing. Matthew 12:25 reads, and Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So this place is divided more than ever, which is letting us know that what? The Most High is going to have this shit fall pretty soon. 26, it says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? Right, so they try to bring up dirt on him and lock up him up. He's going to get in, try to lock them up. They just going on each other. They all have a bunch of skeletons in their closets. All right. Now you have the Rothschilds. They back certain political entities, all right, and certain different nations. But even within the elites, there's rift. Some of them want to do this chip thing right now. Some of them want to wait. But again, that's an indication that this thing is coming to an end. All right. That's an indication that this thing is coming to an end. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 15 reads, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and sword in their hands. Now this is going to that civil war, and that's what one Republican said. He said if Trump doesn't win, it's going to be a civil war in America. Now if Trump does win, Alex Jones said, don't be surprised. Again, there's certain things Alex Jones said that did come to pass. That if you don't see like an Olympus Has Fallen type situation where they just straight out try to attack the White House and kill his ass in there. So, oh my gosh. We're like a month away from some very exciting times. We're in some exciting times now, but this is, again, this is big. This is big, man. I'm excited. I love this. It says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And that's why they want to outlaw guns. They don't want the people to defend themselves. It says, for there shall be sedition among men. Sedition is inciting people to rally up against the government. Okay? And that sounds pretty much like what the hell is going on. That pretty much goes like what the hell they said. Inciting people to say, yo, wait a minute, these elections are rigged, or they're forcing this on us, and this, that, and the third, and pretty much having less and less trust in the powers that be. People not trusting information, not trusting mainstream media. Going to alternative sources and alternative information, being their own private investigators. That right there is building up animosity and having people have less trust in the things that they're told, pretty much setting the stage for them to rebel. See how the Lord is working? It says, the very next part of the verse says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So they're not going to be looking at the mayors, the governors and shit like that as some sort of authority over them. All right, they're going to act in their own power. See? It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Because they're going to lock these things off. They're going to have, look, here in New York City alone, most of these boroughs are islands. And just like in the movie The Dark Knight Rises, they blow up them bridges, you stuck on that island. They block off the tunnels of the subways, you are stuck. And imagine 8 million people trying to evacuate at the same time. Complete chaos and pandemonium. You're not gonna have enough cops and shit to police, okay? And you have this whole migrant situation. They're gonna be let loose. It's gonna be all, you know, because they don't have any records. They could do all types of crimes. So it's gonna be a complete shit show. You know, people are gonna be deputizing themselves, protecting themselves. Saying law enforcement is gonna be like, man, I can't fucking go out on the streets. I got my own family to worry about. That's the type of hell and catastrophe that's coming here, and it all starts with that division. And the thing is, when you go to try to kill this dude and he survives, it only makes his bid stronger. That only helps him. 18, for because their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So again, this is like the labor pangs the scriptures also talk about. There's so many different things, all right, that are going to happen all at once and befall America, that it's just going to be so much terrorism on either side. But they're not going to know what the hell to do. You see? And that's the Lord. So with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem Ruach HaKodash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim to Zadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.